Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, the Alamo City today at the Alamo Dome as we have a couple of squads here ready to square off in the Valero Alamo Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. He'll start the return inside, and the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense.
And this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around, they're beating their blocks, and the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets them up in great field.
Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Beaver!
It doesn't start much better than this. You want to get the juices going. You want to get the ground game going. How about first play, run the football right down their throat and get the touchdown?
And they told us, David, they wanted to come into this game and establish the line of scrimmage. They wanted to exert themselves as the more physical unit throughout this contest, and you saw a phenomenal push up front and then great open field running by that guy taking it the distance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're just about ready to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brooks. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Line getting set on second down. They'll try the run. Running with power. It's a fumble. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him
boys out there thumping, boys out there thumping.
No chance
I ain't mad at
holding on to that ball.
Ooh, shit. Again, I ain't mad at him. Do it again. Ooh.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Damn, did he put that bitch on 8 minutes?
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And they were looking for a chunk
26,
play,
that's what I don't need, baby.
got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat.
That's fine.
And the
I'm cool with that, because I was about to throw a pick.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Finds his big tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Beavers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. What a cut. Now he's loose. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Beavers are rolling down the field. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down.
I think that safety going to drop down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Coming after it. Strong
3, I know you fast.
Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They line up, and it is a long away
They
from
say
the
the
sticks from
cornerback
here.
stays in the bumper line. Yeah. Stays.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
That's fine.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Wow, why would you overthrow the ball?
A missed opportunity.
They decide to go for it.
That's crazy.
Be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He's looking to throw it. He's got the back in the middle. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
To that running back, he was wide open.
Success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell the defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And here comes the
Way to send that
pressure,
nigga, boy.
and there he goes down again.
They were sending that nigga.
The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight.
Come on, Two. You put a hand on him.
Down after the return at the 27-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there for the 2nd down. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference.
I've never even looked at that.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up, get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll ride the hot hand. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Looking to scramble. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Beavers! Well, that That didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They marched 72 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Cameron.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this call.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Throws to the wideout.
Ooh,
and he was looking over the middle and couldn't make a connection. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
Out of the gun to give to the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his back in the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Running back searching for a hole. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening.
Get him out of there.
Slips through the
Yes,
line.
sir.
And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brooks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Pulls it in. It's Brooks. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. Catches it at the 30. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays.
Get upfield, 11. Shit, you already missed the block.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They move the tight end all over. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Beavers have taken it inside the 20. They'll give it to him again. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one man on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Oregon State! And they take it in for 6 more points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
And I think you run the football on 3rd and short, even though you haven't had a lot of success running the football today, knowing I still got 4th down. Analytics world, right? We go for it on 4th down most of the time now, so let's see what they do here on 4th down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Boy, did he show it all on that
I need
return.
a little bit more
The speed,
field.
the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He's got his man. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together, but the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Quick strike complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Quick handoff. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Good touch the ball.
Way to get a hand in there and force the incompletion.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy.
Get out of there.
He gets a block.
Shit.
There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Beavers. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams. It's coming up big.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks.
The express, and oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, look out! At the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Steps away to find some room. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to get outside. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one, gonna take a shot. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Oregon State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime.
Why'd y'all pick a play if y'all was going to do that?
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in San Antonio as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. But the kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
And the Golden Gophers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Beavers! And the punishment has been extended.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Look at that, that's its 4th touchdown of the game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner is stopped. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Here's the give off the left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Crosses to 30. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And to get rid of it quickly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Toss sweep to the right. Runs through a tackle. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Wide open.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. He's going to take off. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on first down. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous.
Oh, my God, he's wide open.
They do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays.
Come on, man. Give me the ball, man.
After the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Back to the air one more time. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Well, they haven't been able to get it done on fourth down so far today. They've missed on their first two attempts. Is the third time the charm. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up the 4th down.
Ball in the air, intercepted.
That's
well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Freeman.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He'll toss him. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Stopped after making the catch.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives,
open. My bad,
Baskins. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the middle stages.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's moving out of the pocket. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
I threw the ball.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect
I
the
threw the
most
ball, though,
important
so
player
I
on
don't
the
know
field.
what the fuck.
Please?
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you lets it fly.
Who caught
And it's
that?
incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Put me on my head.
It's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Here comes the offense on second down. Handoff to the single running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Get that field goal, boy. That's all you got
to
going.
avoid disaster. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It is good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Oregon State. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. On the run, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Offense gets set for second down. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You could tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. Not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're going to run it to the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
He's right on target. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Motion from the offense. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Beavers! And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Completes it in the middle. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. At the 45 on his way. And how about that one? A huge gain and a slide at the end. And the Golden Gophers are flying down the field. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, the inside give. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
Needed that.
Touchdown, Minnesota! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He finds his man. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw.
Oh, no.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He wants to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own. That's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He'll just keep slinging it. Trying to get rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He'll throw on third down. Working that left side now. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He chucks one out to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Back open in the middle. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
The completion well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And the Beavers are on the move. Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Beavers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Got it! And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all of them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Pocket starts to collapse. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done.
Right by my bitch ass.
Down, then getting down.
I ain't tripping. He ran right by my bitch ass, though.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. It's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's back to throw on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
He looks that one in nicely. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it. And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week.
Touchdown, Beavers! And the stomping has commenced. And they finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
Yeah, and this might be what you call garbage time, and it might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach, but I like it. Keep executing, keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll get rid of it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. Slips through the line. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got...
He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He makes the grab for the 2. I don't know why you need to go for 2 there, but they do, and it's successful. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner goes down. Offense set on first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's going up top here late in the game. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Damn. He had 8 touchdowns. Shit. All right. He's had 4? Yeah. He had 2. And he had 3 return touchdowns. That's the crazy part. Return touchdowns. That boy was having a field day out there, right? Missed that dude. He held the middle down. Ooh. I have 1 T. So we had 4 fumble strips. Ooh. No touchdowns though.